Well, I was really happy as a school teacher. I spent 5 years teaching, and I started in secondary schools, moved into an international college, and I was just down the coast in Dorset, and I overlooked the Isle of Wight on a clear day. And it was a number of events. So my father passed away, and I often had conversations with him. I want to do this and I want to do that. And he said, well, are you going to do it? Or because soon you'll be too old to do it and you'll just talk about it. And it kind of must have resonated. So in the back of my mind, I was thinking, if I want to do all these things, I need to make a difference. But I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I picked a holiday when another friend of mine sadly passed away. I went on holiday on a diving sailing holiday. And the dive master on the boat had actually been a graduate from UKSA. And I said, wow, this job's amazing. How did you get it? What did you do? She told me about UKSA, and I came back and looked them up and saw they had an open day. Turned up for the open day and signed on the dotted line. And then that's when really UKSA opened the doors to a whole new world of opportunities that I didn't even know existed. Well, rather naively, when I finished the Global Challenge with a crew of 17 people helping me sail the boat, it was just 3 months later that I was setting off on exactly the same boat minus the 17 people. And until that day, I'd never actually sailed on my own before. Even in the training, I'd always had someone with me because I was in the English Channel. It's really busy. I was a bit nervous. And the guys got off the boat and I set off and I was thinking, gulp. Burst into tears, realised that really wasn't going to help me do anything. So I made a cup of tea instead. And that pretty much stuck with me for the 6 months. If in doubt, make a cup of tea and decide what you're going to do. And the hardest thing of that first wrong way round the world voyage that I did was learning about myself. I was an emotional mess, a big roller coaster of emotions, extreme highs, extreme lows, and I wasted a lot of energy doing that. But I achieved it, something that I hadn't really thought was possible. Many people didn't think it was possible, and joined a very elite group of 5 people. And then when I moved forwards to do the Vendée Globe, that was more of a professional racing circuit. And now a sailing, racing against the best sailors in the world rather than just on an adventure. And I then realised that sports psychology was actually going to be quite an important part that I'd underestimated before. I spent a lot of time with the sports psychology learning about myself and how I react to things and how to manage that. And that was the biggest difference. Suddenly I didn't waste all this excess energy on these emotions. I was much more level and I could focus that energy into making the boat go fast and doing what I needed to do. And now I understand myself. I've got a lot better understanding of myself and what makes me tick and how I react to things, which has been invaluable outside of sailing as well as when out there on the oceans on my own. Well, I'm very lucky that all my round the worlds are generally over the winter, and so I always get to come back for the summer, and Cows Week is a highlight for me in the sailing calendar and my personal calendar. I think it's an opportunity to see so many people passionate about the sport and enjoying the sport, and whether you're ashore or on the water, it's actually the whole buzz of the week that I love, and I wouldn't want to miss it. Well, sailing is still a male-dominated sport, and we're fighting it slowly, but it's going to take time, and the momentum's there, and we're definitely moving in the right direction. 55 female skippers named at this time is really exciting, and the nice thing is there's an awful lot of mixed crews out there where people are sailing as well. But it's all about moving that confidence and self-esteem forwards of getting the girls to be willing to put themselves in this male environment. It's not always the easiest, but it's very rewarding. And I think if we keep trying to encourage and try and support and give confidence, people like myself be an inspiration, then I think we're definitely going to help raise those numbers. So, and in the end, it'll equal out.